What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Filsinger Games Character Spotlight with Mike, Brock, and Pete.
Mike,
I'm Brock.
It makes me Pete.
How's it going? Tonight, we're joined by first-time guest and creator of Pride, Mr. Brett Bays.
Hey guys,
it's,
How's
it's
it
been a
going?
while.
what's that?
I said it's been a while.
Been a while, yeah, it's been a minute. It's good to be back with you guys.
Likewise. How you been?
It's been pretty crazy. I haven't been around. I haven't been able to go to the conventions in a long time. I got a like the high school band directing job where I went to high school with, and I just really don't have time to play much anymore. And had two kids, so been doing that whole thing. So it's kind of been you know life other things in my life kind of taking center stage. But it's good to be back to talking on the GWFZ days.
Right on. Yeah, midsummer, mid-July is kind of a busy time for you being a high school band director, I
Oh
would
yeah,
assume.
yeah. I got back from band camp 2 weeks ago, so we're and then I got practice tomorrow, so that's how it goes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start off with we do two wrestlers a show. So we're going to start this one off with Cuddly Claw, which is
There he
that
is.
little fella. He's not exactly the strongest of the characters. He's got a thing where he just falls asleep mid-match.
Right
Um,
at the most important time of matches, too.
yeah.
Yes, when he hits those big moves.
Yes.
So the creator of him, I don't have my book with me. We just got a new dog, so everything had to be put away, and I was running and scrambling, so because it's chewing through everything. So I do not have my booklet.
Hope I'm not going to screw this name up. John Yachek, Yachchek.
Sounds right to
John
me.
John Yachek.
Yeah, I think he was one of these guys that showed up for one con, got lucky, and got to make a character.
That's how it goes, right?
Hey, luck of the draw, man.
That's right.
Yep.
His bingo ball came through.
So this Cuddly Claw character, Pete, you have the book.
I do.
What's kind of his background?
He's an Animan. He's a koala Animan. Uh, this is the good part. He signed up to train in the GWFZ for one reason only, to fill his stomach. He, since he only eats eucalyptus leaves, he acquired a very rare, very expensive taste.
Uh-oh.
So he wants to get famous and just eat that leaf.
Okay, then. And since koalas are probably the dumbest of all animals and pretty much smooth-brained,
So, says he sleeps on average 19 hours a day.
It's my kind of guy.
So, yeah, and he thinks it's enough. The rest of the time is enough to pull in a paycheck from the Z, seeing as he only has to work 10 to 15 minutes a night.
yeah, I rank my wrestlers 1 through 5, and I gave him a 1.
Imagine that.
He's got a double finisher though. Like if
He does.
he could pick up some wins if he stays awake.
Yeah,
If
So
he stays awake.
the way the mechanic works is there's four both of his finishers and then his two level 3 moves on level 2 offense. If he hits those moves, he has to roll a d6, a 1 through 4. You play normally on a 5 or 6. He falls asleep, and the opponent gets to make a pin attempt or roll on level 3 offense.
Your choice, promoter.
It's up to you, promoter. So I think I'd
okay,
go for the pin attempt and then
yeah.
throw the token on and then roll on level 3 offense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you're the big baddie though, and you just want to put a beating on a little koala.
That's true. Which I imagine a lot of guys would want to.
Yeah,
yeah. Those characters I thought were always really fun. Like, these guys. Not every character is going to be, your champion or whatever. You got to have some comic relief, and that guy was almost like the plethador of the GWFC.
Hmm.
Most definitely.
especially in the first set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we didn't know if that was going to be a thing where we kept doing it. We weren't sure, so that we thought this might be. There was only 15 people that won in the first go around. So yeah, that was definitely an interesting one. Probably the most like unique, like non-wrestling little mechanic ever, I thought.
For
I
sure.
just love how his tag partner's got his hand out for a tag and he's damn near out.
Going for the hot tag, and it's just not working.
Uh,
But since we
and I,
couldn't,
I was gonna say I also love that his level one number six move is like a name move, the down under slam.
Hmm.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
since we couldn't track this guy down, well, I sent messages out to people whether they not they replied. He obviously didn't. He might have not even remembered winning this competition.
Maybe he fell asleep.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
just
there you go. It's a very real possibility.
So we can move on to Brett's character.
so maybe he's got a taste for that leaf. Who
Yeah,
knows?
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pride.
Pride.
Yeah, so I remember when this came about, the little D-Town crew that was always there from Metro Detroit, me and Rob and Matt, we would talk about this kind of stuff a lot, like guys that we thought would be cool to add to the Fed, and especially when we found out we were going to do this drawing, um, we kind of started talking about, well, if we won, we would do this, and I said, at that time it was like 2007, I think, and that was like. Um, I remember in the Fed, like it was U.S. Mail and American Guy, and they had kind of, like it was like I think their second card or whatever, and like American Guy was just kind of degenerating a little bit. He wasn't like the stand-up wrestler from Forsyth. Like my guy's a mechanic, well, not a mechanic, but the storyline of the book was that he didn't like American Guy when tag out to him. He'd only tag out to U.S. Mail when they would do like trios matches or triple or 6-man tags or whatever. And I remember this guy being kind of like I really liked Kurt Angle at the time. It was kind of like his heyday. He was kind of in prime mode there, and had been for a while. And so I was like, this kind of guy I kind of wanted you know almost like kind of a little cross between Kurt Angle, like what would he be in like in the Champions of the Galaxy universe. And so as kind of the set was supposed to be like guys that were up and coming. So
Yeah.
he was kind of like their training partner, I think is what I wrote. And I thought it was a pretty cool character. And then I remember Chuck Carter came to the convention in like '09 because I found I got the upgraded Chuck Carter card.
Nice.
I put that there. Oh, about this wrong way. So he drew that, and then we got the color version later. So I actually found that through all my stuff. Went digging earlier today, so it's kind of cool. I kind of always liked the original drawing that Werner did the best, though. I thought it was really good. But I loved Chuck's drawing. It was almost kind of like John Cena and Kurt Angle mixed together in the Champions of the Galaxy spin on it. So I thought it was really cool. And yeah, I had a great time writing it, and every time we would put out a card, we'd do little tweaks to his to the back and everything. Nothing huge, but and I remember in the original thing I wrote that he only would tag out to his most trusted allies. He only had a couple tags, I think, on his card. Well, I guess he had like 4, but he had to roll or something. Because if it wasn't like a trusted ally, he wouldn't tag out to the guy. So he would take more punishment than maybe he should have because it wasn't trusting of other people. So he kind of had a little bit of a edge to him. He wanted people to be a certain way, or he didn't really trust them. So we were trying to make characters that were had their own little unique little spin because this was like this alternative, like kind of the NXT Fed of the Champions of the Galaxy at the time. So I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I thought Warner did a great job with that art that Brock's got held up there, and then the other one that Chuck did was great as well. So I had a blast doing that.
And this is one of Werner's first sets that he really started getting into the game with. So you can see it, and he's come along like so he's gotten even better. This is some of his earlier stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he'd done a couple. I think he came to like one of the cons or whatever, and I think Rob Bobian started, saying like, "Hey, like this guy's pretty good," and Rob kind of took the lead on this whole set. So he worked with Werner a lot, and yeah, Werner did great work. I always really liked his stuff.
Since it's been a while since did you keep up with the game? Like any legends, or did you Cronus or FTR? Did you follow
A
any of
little
that?
bit. I did for a while. I bought most of like the legend sets that were out, and I kind of stopped buying the sets a few years back. I just realized I just wasn't going to have enough time, and so I figured if I ever find when my kids maybe get a little older and they don't need me to drive them everywhere, maybe I'll have a little bit extra time to play again. Then I could always purchase the sets then. But I haven't really played regularly in a long time. But I kept up for a couple of years thereafter, probably till about 20, I don't know, 18 maybe, 2017, 18, somewhere around there. And then I started to get a little bit too. That's when I got the high school gig at for my job. And so, yeah, kind of cut into a lot of my time. So,
Yeah.
but I kept up for quite a while. And the stuff that, the FTR sets I was doing that for a while too. Yeah.
Pete has texted me. He's having some technical difficulties if we hadn't guessed. Yeah, because one of the things um, that some people find interesting was the Cronus sets that Rob did, and they're like the top tier guys.
Right, right.
So you had, Chaos Supreme and the best of the best guys. And when it closed down, Rob continued to put them out on his own and make the characters. And it's pretty much, he releases a set and people treat it as actual sets. And I actually got a message from Rob today because I told him you were coming on because he's coming on with Matt next week to talk about their two guys that are also in the set. And he was wondering if you would like him to do a Cronus version of Pride.
I mean, if he wants to, he's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's cool with me.
Okay, yeah, he's like, yeah, he goes,
Breaking news.
it could be it could very well be, pr Pride coming in the new Cronus set.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I trust Rob to do all that kind of stuff. He's great at all that stuff. So, he's got a great mind for all that stuff. So I'm sure whatever he would put forth would be a great updated version of the original GWFZ Pride.
Yeah, because that whole GWFZ, the first three promoter sets, and then it went into GWFZ, and it kind of became a 100 card set,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a little crazy, but it was neat because some guys got to those characters became actual characters in the game, so
great.
it was interesting that happened to some characters.
Yeah, I think Matt was the first one. I think Ensor was the first one that Tom actually took and made an actual character out of, which was really cool.
I'm thinking that happened
It
because
did.
he looked a lot like the Kree from Marvel Comics, and that got Tom right into it.
Yeah, I remember it, Overtime also got the call up as well.
Yes, yeah, that was Rob's
Overtime.
character.
Yeah, Rob's character made it.
Shocking.
Huh? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Awesome, great. See, alternate means. You gotta be smarter than the technology sometimes.
We had two of you for a second.
Yeah, I believe it. That was probably very scary.
Good thing you work with computers in the U.S. military. Yeah, just call in some favors and get it all sorted.
That's right.
Yeah,
He was only
I didn't
out for
have.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
But one thing we have, Brett, is all our guests, we do a 5 questions.
Okay.
So if you have your Mount Rushmore of GWF characters, your favorites, not who you think is the greatest, but your 4 favorites, and then you can have one alternate.
Okay. That's a tough question. There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say probably Chaos would have to be in there. I always liked Chaos. I mean, the big evil villains are always really cool characters. I always thought they were cool, but I always really liked the faces too. So I always liked the original Justice. I thought was really really cool. Not the Dark Justice, but the very first one. Um, and then let's see, gosh, testing my memory. It's been a long time since I played this game, but I'd say um, Pulsar Prime. I always thought was really cool. And Payback, obviously, I had to put him in there. That was my handle on the message board for a long time. And then alternate, I'd say probably one of my favorite guys when I first started playing the game was Spike. Like when I was a kid and like junior high, I really liked Spike. So
Yeah, Spike's a solid choice.
yeah.
Okay, if you were ever to become a pro wrestler, what would your ring entrance music be?
Ooh, that's an easy one for me. I always liked a song called "The God That Failed" by Metallica. I think it'd be a really easy, like, cool entrance song. You wouldn't really need to change it much. It's got a cool, like, musical, like, long musical intro without any lyrics. It's pretty sweet.
Would you have your band cover it?
My marching band, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that'd be awesome.
Marching band Metallica. I don't know. That's a tricky one.
They did have Metallica did get in with the was it San Francisco Orchestra to cover all the music as well. So
Yeah, they actually did a promotion a couple years ago. I can't remember what year it was, like 2018 or 19, and they were like, sponsoring, like, if you had to submit recordings or something of like marching bands, and they were gonna pick one. I think they were gonna like do some type of something with that school. I found out about it after it was already over, but
Oh man.
that would be sweet.
If you could visit any one place in the world, where would it be?
Oh, and the world that I haven't been.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be Jamestown, New York, right?
Right,
Yeah,
Jamestown.
right.
Yeah, you gotta love Jamestown, but gotta go to friendlies. But and you gotta have breakfast at Bob Evans. But um, although Mike hardly ever went, 'cause he would always do the breakfast at the Sheldon House. But um, yeah, so place I've never really been that I've always wanted to go to is 2 places really. I must cheat. I'll say 2. I always wanted to go to Paris, France, because I wanted to see the Eiffel Tower. I've never been there. I've been to Scotland and England, but I've never been over there. And then I always wanted to see the Duomo in Italy. So I'm a big fan of museums, so I wanted to see that one.
My wife and daughter just got back from Paris. They did
Nice.
Still off.
they did a big tour and they went to the catacombs.
Nice.
You would have hated the catacombs because my wife and daughter are both 5'8", 5'9", and they had to duck.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah.
How'd you make? You wouldn't have made it through either. You're way taller than me.
That's why they said I wouldn't have liked it.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't have liked it.
Okay, if you could choose a lightsaber color, what would it be?
Oh, I'd have to go with old school blue, man, Luke Skywalker style.
So you're a good guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We've had 2 people choose Sith. David
Okay.
Little.
Yeah, David Little didn't even know that he was choosing a bad dude. So yeah, I just like red.
Or
He
maybe
doesn't like
like
Star Wars.
orange. Orange would be cool. Maybe like an orange one.
Orange was Kevin Butcher.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Speaking of Kevin Butcher, he says hi. He was texting at me earlier this evening.
Oh, hey, Kevin Butcher. Had a long time since I've seen him.
And then what's an unknown fact about you that you're willing to share?
Oh, unknown fact. I don't know.
A little secret.
Be careful.
David
There's one on the internet.
Right?
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, my students might watch this.
3 or
one day.
4 people might find this. No.
Yeah.
Well,
David Little was like, "Yeah, I always tell people I play games, but that's not really a secret here."
right. I guess I mean some people know this, but not many people that would visit this. So like when I was in college, there's like this big tunnel system that goes underneath all the dorms and everything. And one night some of my friends were walking around. It was like 2 in the morning. We saw one of the covers was left off, so we jumped down and ran into the tunnels of the university, and we came out through a different. This was like in the '90s. There weren't like cameras everywhere. If there was, we would have gotten in so much trouble because they said if you got caught down there, you got expelled. But we made it through for about an hour, so that was kind of fun. So that's little mischievous side, but nothing too serious.
You rule breaker, you.
I know, right?
You're ready for those
Disqualification
Paris
7.
catacombs then?
Disqualification 7.
Yeah.
Right. You can re-roll it once.
That's not too bad, but so it's been a nice little visit with you then Brett. Any shout outs or anything that you have going on right now in your in your life that you want to
uh,
shout
yeah,
out
well,
to the 30 something people who watch us every week?
yeah, sure. Yeah, well, I was fun to say, kind of shout out the Champions of the Galaxy fandom, whoever watches this show. So, big shout out to all you guys. Hope you guys are all doing well. Um, as far as for me, I have like my high school jazz band. We got selected as one of the 10 high school jazz bands that's going to play at the Detroit Jazz Festival, which is the end of this month. So it's pretty sweet. There's only 10 from the whole state of Michigan. So we got selected as one of them. So really excited about doing that. And but other than that, just kind of doing the family thing and and working all my summer stuff with my marching band stuff. So it's kind of all what I get to do every summer. And but it's been a blast. I'm loving it. I wish I had some more time to do the Champions of the Galaxy stuff, but it's always cool. It's like a cool little memory. I was showing my son the other day, the game. He was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." He's big into Pokemon, so and my wife's actually gotten the game board out, like the mat, and he'll play Pokemon the actual game, not just collect the cards. He doesn't do that
Oh
so much
man.
anymore since he's got a little older. So I'm like, "Hey, since you like that, why don't you check out this thing called Champions of the Galaxy?" So, and I was like, and they got some actual real guys because we watch AEW a lot. And he was in like wrestling mode when it was kind of that like 2018 2019 when WWE was kind of I thought was really awful. So I kind of stopped watching WWE for a while there. So I was like, oh hey, let's check out this one. So he got kind of hooked into AEW. So we watched that one more than anything else. So he's into that. We went to a couple shows and but yeah, see, I planted the bug. Like maybe I'll have to pick out the original 24 set and play a little old school black and white Champions of Galaxy with him. So
That'd be great.
yeah.
I'm
How
looking
you
forward
get
to
them
my
going?
kids getting old enough to
Yeah.
play.
They got the new color sets and they fixed up some of the cards and fixed up some of the issues with them as well. So
Yeah.
because I know
Yeah,
Mark
I
last
remember I
season
bought a
started
couple
his
of the
so.
original sets, so I have a couple of them laying around. So those would be I could just let him have them. I wouldn't have to worry about it because I got a couple extras. So
Well, there
Gonna
you
bring you
go.
right back into it.
that's
That's
right. That's
right.
right.
Yep.
You
Friday
never
night game night.
Yep.
Yeah, we do that at our house. We do lots of board games at our house, so we like that kind of stuff here.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if Brock wants to run down the list.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brett, for joining us. It was great catching up with you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. While you're here, if you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. I think it's underneath Pete. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Scroll on down to the description where you'll find all of our friends who make Filsinger Games related content, including the official Filsinger Games podcast roll up, the Legends teams Uncharted Territory, Dizzy Dice from Lee Lamprey, Solo Promoter from Grant Pachoco. Grant is also here on YouTube under Solo Promoter. Also, you'll find Dave Little's Heartland Championship Wrestling. After further review, Brad Plays 81 and Bucky 749 doing Filsinger Games related content. I'm on Twitch sporadically, so if you want to give that a follow, the link is down below. And yeah, leave your comments below about how you've used Pride in your GWFZ Fed or any Fed, and we'd be happy to see how you've done that. And then that's all I've got, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Have a great evening.
See you guys.
Later.